Hello, my name is Kay and I identify as non-binary trans.
Who was the first person you came out to and how did it go?
The first person I came out to was my best friend. I was really nervous and all I said was, I'm not sure if I want to be using she, her pronouns anymore. And she asked me a lot of questions and I didn't really want to answer all of them because I was really scared. I explained to her, I don't think the label woman fits me, but I'm afraid that if I refuse to use that label, my life is going to get so much more difficult. But my best friend told me, I think that you're going to be a lot happier if you can be yourself in the most authentic way. So then I told her that I identify as non-binary and I want to use they, them pronouns.
How did coming out make you feel?
It made me feel very relieved. I had been living with the knowledge that I was not a woman for quite some years before coming out, and I was extremely scared and I was almost certain that it would make my life a lot more difficult and coming out would be scary and hard and people wouldn't understand. But instead, the friends that I came out to were very understanding and I felt relieved and like I could finally be myself, and I instantly became a lot happier.
What has been the most supportive coming out experience for you?
I've actually had quite a lot of good coming out experiences, but the best one, in my opinion, was we were having some drinks around Christmas time with a lot of people from my student association, and I wasn't out to most people at that point, and I was talking about a couple of guys, talking to some guys about flirting with women, and they kept saying things like, oh, well, you should know because you're a woman. And at some point I got really sick of it and I said, well, guys, actually, I'm not a woman, so please stop calling me that. And these guys didn't really know what non-binary meant and they had a lot of questions. And then some other people overheard the conversation and they came over to help me explain what non-binary means and how to use my pronouns and basically do all the explaining for me so I wouldn't have to. So that was really nice.
What has been the hardest thing about coming out?
The hardest thing is that not everyone is accepting. I had one friend who turned out to be quite transphobic and he told me, I'm never going to use different pronouns for you unless you can give me a letter from your doctor saying that I have to, which is absolutely ridiculous, of course. I had some other friends who didn't really understand, but that got better over time. And I did have some trouble with my family. My parents are still having a hard time trying to understand. And my mom feels like she has lost her daughter. And it can be very hard to talk to my mom because she's in pain. But it hurts me too to know that me being myself hurts my mom so much. I still love my parents a lot and I do want to give them time, but it's still difficult sometimes.
When was the last time you came out to someone?
That was actually pretty recently. I have to come out to people all the time. My most recent coming out was I emailed some of my teachers to tell them about my name and pronouns because I'm having some trouble changing my name in the university system. So to prevent any issues, I decided to just email all my teachers to tell them, hi, this is my name, these are my pronouns, please refer to me in this way. They all said, thank you for telling me, I will keep it in mind. I didn't have any problems with that.
Do you have any advice for LGBTQI plus people who are struggling with coming out?
Coming out can seem really, really scary, and it's easy to see all the problems that you could be having, but don't forget that it's also very liberating to be able to live as yourself. And even though some people might not support you, there are a lot of people out there who will support you, and being yourself around those people is going to make you feel so much better.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Well, I'm always quite proud of how I came out to someone I was dating. Actually, my boyfriend now, because we started dating before I was out as non-binary. I started coming out around the time that we started dating. But I was really scared to tell him because I didn't know if he would also like me if I wasn't a woman. So we were actually in bed and we were talking about LGBT stuff, and there was a lot of stuff he didn't know. So I told him what non-binary meant and what that was, and he was like, yeah, well, I don't really understand very well, but I don't know anyone who is like that. So I put out my hand and I said, well, nice to meet you. And that felt like a very badass move. And right after that, I got really scared because I was afraid he would react negatively. But apart from the confusion, a lot of confusion, it was actually fine. And he got used to it very quickly. And he still likes me. He loves me a lot, actually.
Want to hear more coming out stories? Please visit leidenpride.nl.